Hi guys, Dave Pinson here, Philippine Bible Ministry. The question for today, the question of this video, is religion a bad word? So many of you, maybe, as I was taught, I didn't get saved till the last part of the 20th century. I was told that religion's a bad word. I was told that religion is man trying to work his way to God. That's one way to define religion. Therefore, it's a bad word because we don't believe in religion. We believe in relationship. That's a story that we tell all these people because religion is about traditions and about doing things like things you have to do, like the rites that certain churches do, and that's why we don't believe in religion, right? But I'm going to tell you right now that that's really not what religion is. So here's what we need to do in the world, right? Here's what we need to do if we want to make an impact in the world. Let me see. How do I do this? Let's do this first. Since I opened that box up, I have to follow the boxes that my little mind opens up. If we want to make an impact in the world, we have to use the words they use. We can't just expect. Like I actually redefine words. There's two ways to define a word: what its original intent was, what its original meaning is, and you can look it up, and that's what it means. You can look it up in the Greek or the Hebrew, or you can look it up in a dictionary, or what it actually means today. Like a dude is a boil on a horse's butt. But when we say, "Hey, dude," that's not what we're saying, right? So that's the use of words, right? Right. So the reason I say this is important that we understand what the world does is because we're in the world and we're supposed to be salt and light to the world. We're supposed to lead the world to Christ, and they believe that we're religious, and they believe that we follow a religion. So it doesn't do any good to try to explain all this to them. You can try until you're blue in the face. But every time I watch a movie or some of the shows I like are pretty good shows, sci-fi or whatever, and they're not written by Christians, and you can tell, and they have some really weird ideas, but they use that word a lot. Well, you're a religious person, because you. So rather than fight them, I just want to embrace what religion really is, because, and I'm going to go back to the Puritans. Henry Scougal wrote this book called. Here we go. I don't know why I don't just pull this up and keep it by my laptop because I always talk about this book. Um, Henry Scougal, Scougal, a Puritan. All right, I'm gonna try to see if I remember the title. Sorry, I should by now. This is my memory, guys. This is my sometimers. I think it's called "The Heart of God and the Soul of Man," but it's all about communion with God. And I like what he says. What religion is? True religion, he says, is communion with God. So you can argue with that. So up until like 1970s or whatever. I know Calvary Chapel was big in saying this. Maybe the Baptists, other people, but they started saying religion's a bad word. We're not religious. So religion is just a pursuit of God. Okay, let's just drop it. It's not a bad word. It's not a bad word. It's just a pursuit of God. Um, of course, it's a relationship. That's why it's called a communion with God. But it is religion. Because that's what the world calls it. So that's all I got to say about that. Just a short little video. Is religion a bad word? Not really. Everybody who's not a believer is going to call you religious. So you might as well say, yeah, and this is what I believe in. This is how I pursue God. Right? That's all. God bless you guys. Ta ta for now.